Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Ultra Premier Classic, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Aurorus! Aurorus on a double ice ABB style team in the Ultra Premier Classic. This is one that I've been really wanting to run. I just haven't had the opportunity or the right circumstance to run it. And you guys, I had been thinking, with all the poison types and all of the flyers in this meta, got some strong grass types, I was thinking Aurorus might just be the perfect fit to this ABB style team. So Aurorus will be working as the closer in the back alongside good old Walrein on the safe swap. Walrein is on this team to draw out any potential counter users that may be lurking in the back on your opponent's team. It will also draw out any grass types so that Dragonite can handle the fighters, the grass types, even handle Swampert, because Swampert is another one that you kind of want to keep far and away from your Aurorus. Dragonite deals with them all in dominant fashion. Dragonite, one of the more powerful leads you can run in this meta. But before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go, Charizard lead running the legacy fast move of Wing Attack. So we don't want to tank a Dragon Claw from this Charizard. So we're going to catch that onto our Walrein as they make a play into a Venusaur. Oh my goodness. This is definitely not the best answer to a Walrein. Makes me wonder what they have in the back. They do tank our first Icicle Spear. However, we will not tank any of their Frenzy Plants. That would be lights out for our large, cuddly Walrus. We kind of want to maintain alignment, control the flow of this battle, so we will look to fight hard for switch here, and I think they finally recognize that as they throw up a shield. And this is basically within farm down range. We will go down both shields, like I said, to maintain our alignment. Aurorus, although takes neutral damage from fire type damage, you never know what they have in the back, and here we are. They've got a Typhlosion in the back, my goodness. This team is ABA weak to Swampert, holy smokes. So we're going to pressure that final shield with a big Earthquake and look to just chip with an Icicle Spear, but they look to catch that onto their Charizard. This, of course, hits for neutral damage, not fully resisted. And that worked out beautifully because now we can align our Aurorus onto this Charizard with our rock typing. We are resisting this fast move pressure and we can fight back with neutral weather balls. And we are still relatively healthy. This Typhlosion is absolutely loaded on energy. But guys, you're about to find out Aurorus tanks damage pretty well. That is amazing. And we are running Ancient Power because it was recently buffed. It does a lot more damage, and that is a lot of damage to this Typhlosion. And now it's a race to see if we can take this fire type out with our ice type Aurorus. And I think we do as we say bye-bye to the Typhlosion. Holy smokes, 2 fire types. Aurorus says no problem as it closes the game strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Aurorus was quite fun and quite effective in this Ultra Premier Classic meta. But here we go, picking up an Obstagoon lead. If you're going to be faced up against an Obstagoon, this is exactly where you want to see it. The way I play Obstagoon leads is I will just look to play out the Zero Shield. Obstagoon does edge it out a little bit, but we can hopefully grab a shield in the process and put this thing within a manageable range for one of our ice types in the back. The reason why is because Obstagoon leads are usually pretty soft to ice types in the back behind an Obstagoon. That's why we're fine to stay in here, play out the Zero Shield. Not necessarily when they get that Boostagoon boost. That's not going to help one of our ice types having double boosted counter damage. But I think Walrein's up to the task. We're going to shield up a potential cross chop, especially now that it has been boosted. It is a Night Slash. That's fine. We're going to look to farm all the way down. And that is how I play Obstagoon leads. We're going to see what else they have in the back. They have a Walrein of their own. So, going to go for the EQ here. They will likely tank it, as they comfortably tank an EQ, no problem, from an opposing Walrein. And I believe we're going to save our final shield for Aurorus to hopefully sweep this endgame. I'm reading that there is something weak in the back here. Could be a poison type, could possibly be a Trevenant as well. We will have to find out. And I'm going to go for another EQ, and that does not quite KO, as Walrein's about as tanky as it gets in the Ultra League. Tried to catch a Icicle Spear, but no such luck. They held on to that energy, but they've got a Trevenant in the back, so my team read was accurate, and they tanked the Weather Ball. That's beautiful. We will, however, much like Walrein, take super effective damage from a Seed Bomb, as we are a part rock typing. But we tanked that pretty well. We knew that they had the back-to-back. We're going to shield once and farm down and hopefully have some loaded energy to close out this endgame. We're going to go for Weather Ball number 1 on the large cuddly walrus. They shield, and we've got another one locked and loaded to seal the deal against this very powerful walrus, as we say bye-bye to the Walrein. Aurorus closing the game strong yet again. You'd love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Had a blast with those bonus battles. As we move into the featured set of the video, we are met with an awful lead in the form of Sylveon. Gonna make a play into our Walrein safe swap, and they meet us with a Walrein of their own. So, just like in that previous battle, we are gonna have to just go for the EQ right off the bat. They usually tank it like they do there. And we have to play this very carefully because switch advantage is quite important with a lead like Sylveon. So we do tank the first Earthquake, and now we're going to look to go for the Icicle Spear bait here. Try and grab a shield advantage. We have to win switch here, and they let it go. Very interesting. I thought for sure that they would shield there, but we're going to have to shield this. It is the EQ. That's a good shield. And I'm thinking at this point, maybe they just want to farm down with Sylveon. I don't know. So we're just going to look to take it out with an Earthquake. And no, they shield. What the heck? Oh my goodness. They are making all the right calls in this mid-game matchup, making our lives a little bit more difficult in the process. Going to shield up their next EQ. And so they're fighting hard for switch. So we're going to bait here. That's the play to make. And let's see if we can grab a shield. No, they no shield it. What the heck? How do they know exactly what call to make? This was really in the shield. Oh my goodness, guys. I cannot tell you how tilted this mid-game matchup got me in this battle. That is insane. That is an insane, those are some insane calls that our opponent was making. They are very good at guessing games, I will say. And because we were not able to get the alignment we needed, we lose, guys, because there is no beating this Swampert in the Zero Shield. And it is all but over, unfortunately. It all came down to that mid-game matchup and our opponent playing with robotic-like precision, making all the right calls at all the right moments. Kind of freaky if you really think about it, but this game is over, so we save everyone some time and we top left. Good game, well played. I'm telling you guys, I was thoroughly impressed with the performance of Aurorus, as with its ice rock typing, it has a very unique and effective place in this meta for reasons like this, guys. Handles these poison types beautifully, particularly Nidoqueen and Crobat, the two most prominent poison types in this meta. As with our rock typing, we resist this fast move pressure and we tank damage pretty well, guys. That was super effective. We tanked that, no problem. As we draw a shield from the Nidoqueen, gonna go for another Weather Ball here. They can definitely tank this one, and if they do, it's over for them. All we have to do is shield up the resisted Poison Fang, and even with the defense drop, they cannot farm us down before we farm them down. And there you have it, my friends. That's the power of Aurorus in the Ultra Premier Classic. You'd love to see it. And we're just going to chip on our way out as they take us out with a counter. And we are back in with our Dragonite here, expecting them to try and catch. So we hang on to our energy. They tried to catch onto a Swampert, and it is Walrein time. Walrein handles Swampert beautifully, as most of you all may know by now. You just go for Icicle Spears just as fast as you get to them, and slowly but surely, Walrein will chip away at the Swampert. We tank an EQ, no problem. Gonna look to get to another Icicle Spear here. This will not quite KO if they choose to let it go, but it will definitely get it within a nice farmable range. And this is just a Hydro Cannon at this health range. We absolutely tank that, no problem, and we can now easily farm this Swampert all the way down. They are not making it to another move. Gonna once again chip on our way out, and it is just about lights out, guys. Maintaining alignment allowed us to easily clean up this endgame with our Dragonite. They shielded our Icicle Spear, so we're going for this big superpower. Does loads of damage, doesn't quite KO, but that is okay. We do still have a shield. Gonna shield up whatever this is. A big Mega Horn. And we farmed down Dragonite, cleaning up the end game with no problem whatsoever. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Aurorus is thoroughly underrated and underutilized in this meta. It is so effective. And here we go, picking up a decent lead in Gallade. They make a play into Empoleon, so we're coming in with our large, cuddly Walrus. Walrein deals with Empoleon relatively well, given that they are double resisting our fast move pressure, but we are single resisting theirs, and we do tank a Drill Peck pretty comfortably, I must say. Gonna go straight for the EQ. You can just go straight EQ against Empoleon and do just fine as we grab a shield from them there. And gonna look to build up to yet another EQ and throw right about here. And if they no shield this is lights out for them. And they should just cut their losses, but no, they are fighting a good fight here. They have no shields now, and we are still hanging in here, tanking this resisted fast move pressure from the Empoleon, and we get to another EQ. I think that they underestimated the bulk of Walrein trying to farm down, but not gonna happen as we one-shot the Empoleon. Flipping switch. You'd love to see it. We're going to, of course, come right back in with our Dragonite, and they've got a Walrein of their own. So this is Aurorus time, guys. We do still have a shield. And as we saw in many of the previous battles, Aurorus tanks super effective damage like it's nothing. So we will just let this go. It may be the EQ, but it does not have stab. And like I said, we tank that no problem. And this is why we're running Ancient Power with stab for these large, cuddly walruses. They do make it to another Icicle Spear. All we have to do is shield this up and go for our Ancient Power. It takes a couple of Ancient Powers plus a few Powder Snows to take out Walrein. And oh, we get the boost. You'd love to see it. We get that boost, making the farm down that much easier. And we're going to hit this Gallade with a Weather Ball on our way out. A thoroughly boosted Weather Ball, I might add. And holy smokes, it is just about lights out. And they realized that as they top left, it was there was no hope there. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. And Aurorus can really put in the work in the Ultra Premier Classic. You love to see it as we are met with a Venusaur. You also love to see a lead like this. This is fine. We'll stay right here and look to play this out. They seem content on staying in here and losing this matchup. So we will kindly oblige as we will tank this Sludge Bomb here. Usually when they stay in on an awful lead, it usually means that they've got something in the back that can handle. But no, not sure why they stayed in, knowing that they have a Swampert. They must have recognized that they were just super weak to a Dragonite lead as they make the play into Swampert. It's Walrein time, as we saw time and time again in these battles. Walrein takes care of Swampert. No problems whatsoever. We tank an Earthquake, no problem. Going for another Icicle Spear here as they trigger the CNP tie. We will let this go as well. We tank resisted damage, no problem, as we look to get off our next Icicle Spear here. If they want to shield, that is quite all right. They cannot farm down, but they let it go, and we can farm down, and we do. Fully expecting that Venusaur to come back in. We are a couple of Powder Snows off from our next Icicle Sphere. We will try our best to make it there, but our opponent is way good on their counts. They knew that we were just 2 off as they catch that on a Walrein of their own. Very nice play by them. But it is Aurorus time now. Shields are still up on both ends. Gonna go for the Ancient Power, hoping for that sweet, sweet boost. And we get it! Oh, it is game on now, my friends. Holy smokes, we got the boost. You'd love to see it. Gonna shield this up. They bait us with an Icicle Spear. And we're going to look to bait with a Weather Ball. Return that favor in kind as they really need to take us out. And we successfully bait. That is amazing. I was seeing that our defense sharply rose. So I'm thinking we tank that. No problem. And we do Aurorus. Very impressive in the Ultra Premier Classic. I was thoroughly impressed. Gonna look to take out this Walrein. Not quite, even with the boost. Walrein OP, but that's no problem. We make it to a Weather Ball here, and although it is double resisted, this is a Shadow, and we are boosted, so it does KO, and it is all but over here. Got a little excited, and my phone was a little too sensitive as we exited out of the app, but they were top lefting anyways. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Aurorus was really putting in the work on this double ice ABB style team. It was amazing. And speaking of ice, we had a Lapras lead. Awful lead. We make the play into Walrein, and they meet us with a Trevenant. Holy smokes. I guess Trevenant doesn't really have too many places to go. Our opponent recognized, so they figured, why not just throw it in here? As they do, and they do tank the Icicle Spear. That is amazing. We will tank the Seed Bomb here, no problem, and look to farm down after we shield the second Seed Bomb. We cannot have that Lapras anywhere near our Dragonite, so we are absolutely going to shield to maintain alignment. And we do successfully take out the Trevenant, of course, as they make a play into a Kanto Muck. A fellow Kanto Muck enthusiast, I see, and I fully understand why. It's amazing. We tried to bait. That's an insane call there. They successfully called our bait, so we tried to fake one there, and we finally got the shield, and that is fine. So, gonna come in with our Dragonite. I think Dragonite is the proper alignment here. They can only deal neutral damage across the board to us, and we will not shield anything. We're gonna preserve our final shield for Aurorus to hopefully, once again, bring it home for us. And here we go. Gonna tank all this damage here, and they come in with the Lapras. This is where superpower on Dragonite really comes in handy. You can really threaten these ice and steel types. It's amazing, and that does big damage to the Lapras. And now it is Aurorus time. Gonna look to go for a super effective Ancient Power with stab and boost potential, and we grab the shield. That is amazing. No boost, but that is quite all right. As we saw in many of those previous battles, we tank super effective damage like it's nothing. Shrugging it off, Aurorus is amazing. And we will shield up the second one just to preserve a little bit of health. That Muck is still relatively healthy in the back. I'm thinking that all we need is one Ancient Power to seal the deal against this Lapras here. And we say bye-bye to the Lapras, and all they have left is that Muck. It does have some residual energy. We're going to try and get off an Ancient Power that does more raw damage with stab to the Muck, and it doesn't quite KO. They're one off from the next move, and we catch that onto our Dragonite, making the plays. You love to see it, and it was a big Dark Pulse. That was the play of the game, allowing us to farm down with our Aurorus. Aurorus with an assist from the Dragonite, coming in clutch, closing the game strong, and that is the team, my friends. How about Aurorus in the Ultra Premier Classic? It did not disappoint, guys. It was quite effective. Good game, well played to our opponent, but my goodness, how about Aurorus? Like I said at the beginning, Aurorus is a Pokemon that I have really been wanting to give a try, just haven't really gotten around to it until now. And my goodness, I'm glad I chose to run it. I was just taking a step back, analyzing the meta, just going off of what I've been seeing a lot of, and have been seeing a lot of poison types, particularly Nidoqueen and Crobat. And a Pokemon like Aurorus, with its unique typing of rock and ice, handles those poison types beautifully. It can also handle the grass types to an extent, dealing super effective damage, and just fit in beautifully with this Walrein Dragonite core. Oh, it was amazing. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.